Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And want to say thank you to the chat managers for your help. I appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, my name is Milu. I was born clairvoyant, which means I don't use any tools to read. I am also a psychic and a medium. And if you like the channel, please subscribe. Oh my God, there are a couple of things that are floating on my mind here, but the thing, I'll go with this first. I mean, you know what, let me go with Biden first. I know a lot of people, when I focus on the White House, they are uneasy, very uncomfortable, and they're worried, and that includes Democrats as well. It seems like politicians lose faith pretty easily and quickly if their poll numbers drop for whatever reason. But I feel like saying intuitively Biden's poll numbers will go back up. And like I said, and everyone, as we are aware of, he has a lot of experience. He's been in government, from what I understand, over 50 years or something to that effect. So he's used to his to poll fluctuations. And for some reason, I feel, and also what comes with his experience, he knows intuitively where he stands with people, what to say, how to say it, and how to approach subjects or policies that he has put in effect or about to put in effect. When you have been in doing, when you've been on any career really, with that much experience, you develop a sixth sense about it. And I feel that's what's going on with Biden. And I feel he's going to be able to change the situation, the way he's being viewed right now, except for Republicans, the hardcore Republicans and Trumpists and these people. I wouldn't even waste my time. I don't feel he is, but he won't say it. Of course, he's going to put his best foot forward because he's smart. He knows what he's doing. But the notion that he's looking bad and like the media is putting it out to be, I feel Biden is better viewed than the media is saying. And to believe that's what I feel like saying. Having said that, and yes, I still feel he's going to make some major wins. Like I said, he knows the budget, the infrastructure situation, all those things. He's asking for $2. He may get $1.50. I'm just, giving you a number, just, an example. Okay. But he's going to make headway and he will be viewed as successful, unlike the former guy, I can say, go into that, who said he's a wonderful negotiator, the best, and he never negotiated anything, and still has problems finding his way out of a brown paper bag. And I hope you guys remember, not too long ago, I said there would be more illegal, things coming out about not positive things. When I say those things, I don't mean anything positive. I mean bad things that are to come out about Trump and his family. And to my amazement this morning, I read that Stephanie Grisham, she was spokesperson for Melania, and then she went to work for Trump. I remember it pretty vividly. She wrote a book. It's going to be out October 5th, if I'm not mistaken. I will be buying, and that is for a number of reasons. Otherwise, if I wasn't doing this, I would not buy this book. But I made a lot of prediction, and also there are things I don't say, and what I picked up intuitively, I want to know for myself if I've been correct. I may not be able to sit down and read the book from cover to cover, but at least skip chapters, pages, in order for me to get the dirt. But the point I'm trying to make is that book, like every other one, this one may even be worse for Trump and his family and Melania, because I feel this woman has not left too many stones unturned. She said, it feels like to me she gave, the other thing, the reason why I feel she wrote this book is because of January 6th. A lot of people are really angry at the Trumps over January 6th. It feels like, to me, Stephanie is doing something pretty smart, but I'm sure people are onto her. If I can figure it out, first of all, she's writing a book saying that, yes, she served in the Trump administration, but she's not like them, and these are the reasons why. And she didn't feel, he was working on behalf of America, all those things. But at the same time, trying to salvage her reputation and see if she can overcome the barriers that are being erected in front of anyone who worked for the Trumps. It feels like to me. So this book, like I said before it came out, I wasn't surprised, but the only thing I'm surprised about, you know what? I did mention a long time ago, those of you who have been following me, I've said there are people very close to Trump who will be putting him out, his dirt out. I said that a number of times. I don't recall lately if I said it. All I said, I believe, the past week or two, I don't recall exactly. I said there is more dirt to come out, and that's part of it. And there are other things that we are not aware of yet, that she is not aware of. Stephanie Grisham, that is. But it feels like to me she decided to write this book because I read this morning she quit January 6th of 2021. And it feels like to me it is because she knew that was not a good deal. Because basically she watched Trump's attitude regarding what was unfolding, and she became terrified. I mean, she was around them, she saw the incompetence, the ignorance, and what he wanted to do. But they were always hoping that, given all the barriers that Trump would have to overcome, he may not get his wishes, that is to basically become like Xi in China. That's what a lot of them thought. But I feel like saying she wrote the book as payback because she's angry about January 6th. That's the way it feels like to me she's going to present the reason why she wrote the book. Because intuitively, I mean, obviously, went after, she's a telltale. That's how she would be viewed if she doesn't frame it as being angry over January 6th, so she wanted America to know, don't even look at Trump, don't give Trump a second look, because this is what they are all about. That's what it feels like to me. So we will see how this plays out. Then Dennis Thomas said, will Fox News and others, like Republicans news channel, ever apologize to other people who watch their nonsense about how they lie to their viewers? Thank you, Denny. I don't see them apologize. I see them being sued. The judge, either they made in court after they get, they have to pay a humongous fine. Yes, and people sue them for money. That is coming, and also, but I believe I'm done with the Grisham stuff, and intuitively I feel it's gonna. I'm gonna answer your question, Dennis. Intuitively, I feel like saying it's gonna have. Yes, it's a compound. Everything is compounding all those negative news that are coming out. People writing books about Trump. It keeps reinforcing what have been told before. But she has some new dirt because no one has been closer to the Trump than she has. And yes, it will have an impact on the Trumps. Absolutely, that's my prediction. Okay, the Fox News of this world and company, yeah, believe me, they're not going to get away with it. It's a matter of time. And also, people like DeSantis, Abbott, Norm, and these people, for now, I hope they enjoy getting away with what they are doing while it lasts. Because intuitively, I feel there is going to be a backlash against these people. Too many people are dying and kids dying. The energy is going to change. And let me tell you, intuitively, I feel those people, I simply name a few, and I mean, those guys are governors. But I was watching something, I don't remember, I believe it was Tennessee. You have those Republicans who are sitting, people in position of leadership and responsibilities that are saying or getting in the way of kids getting vaccinated. The health department is trying to prevent death. And they are saying, no, don't do that. Only parents are able. If parents were that smart or knew that much, they wouldn't hire you as a leader to help them cope because they're busy working. They're not on top of all the news. You are supposed to, in order to guide them. They're not doing the job. A lot of those people, it's on video, one day will have to run away from the town they are serving today because people are going to go after them, angry, because their constituents are going to feel they misled them. They've lost their child. And saying this, I wrote the name of the town last night. I don't know if it was last night during a school board meeting. There was a young gentleman, and the town's name is Murfreesboro Post. Murfreesboro, not Post. Post is the name of a newspaper because I went on the newspaper just to see, because I became so curious. During a board meeting, a young high school student made a presentation. I mean, basically, he was advocating for people to wear masks. And like I've said before, all those things we're seeing at those level, or at any level, Republicans so-called, for liberty, citizen for whatever, is all organized. There were a bunch of women or people sitting behind that kid, high school, okay, because his mom died of COVID, and he was making a presentation, letting the board know how he feels about, and people should wear masks in school because his grandmother died from it. And though you should see the attitude, grown women, I couldn't see, the reason why I say women is because there were 3 or 4 right behind him, and the smirk in their faces and the gestures that they were making. But I'm sure there were men there as well. but one of them in a blue dress with glasses is the one I was focusing on the most. You know, I was trying to see if I could find her name somewhere, if something happened to her. Not that, I just wanted to follow. If this woman doesn't come down with COVID, I'm not wishing this on anybody. How is she going to overcome what she was doing last night and be able to live in that same town when things start to change? And she's not going to be the only one. These people at some point are going to be shunned, and they're going to get blowback. But if you look at the second reason why I'm mentioning this, what I just said is what I feel is coming to these people who are participating and trying to overthrow board members and whatever else they are trying to do. It's not going to last. They're not going to win. They will lose. That's my prediction. And the other thing is, if you look at the cards or the signs they were holding up, this is organized. And the newspapers and everyone else are onto them right now. They are being, splattered all over the place. A long time ago, they put your picture in the newspapers and it's gone. People throw it out. Today, it's on video, on the internet, forever. These people haven't learned that yet. So, all these people and their leaders will suffer the consequences of their actions. That's my prediction. Because what they're going to be labeled with is not going to be easy to live down. That's my prediction, because they are causing the death. Going to a school board meeting and, basically smirking and shaking your head negatively about something a young kid is saying, and we know masks work, and trying to ridicule him, forget it. There is no way you're going to be able to live this down. And that's not short-sighted. Those are the short-sighted things that Republicans are doing. And yes, there will be a minority party, and no, people are not going to stand for it. Right now, they better enjoy while they can. Look at what's happening to DeSantis in Florida. He lost another case, by the way, mandating people, he signed into law something to the effect that only parents should decide whether a child should wear a mask to go to school or not. And he just got turned down. I believe it's the Florida Supreme Court or something like that. The second time he got smacked down. So, or a third time, I've lost count now how many times. That's what's going to continue to happen. And if he thinks that Ham and Abbott and all these people, if they believe or think that they're going to be able to, people are going to forget by the time they come up for re-election. I have a bridge to sell them on George Washington Bridge. This, intuitively I feel like saying these things. People losing their kids and their lives, a lot of them, like many politicians, people in the church who are calling this a hoax. They are dying from it. And like I've said before, my prediction is we're going to hear of many more deaths of people calling this a hoax. So they're not going to, for whatever, I know some people are going to complain. I'm not talking about people for what medical reasons you can't take the vaccine, or some people have good reasons they don't take the vaccines. But I'm talking about those because, like somebody I saw, he was being interviewed by Vice, not Vox, Vice, and he said he was not going to take the vaccine because Trump was not treated well. Those type of people, and I like to track these people, but unfortunately I don't have the tools to do that or the means to do it because they're not being tracked by any other entities, and you don't live in their town. There is no way of doing it to see how they fare in a few months from now, because anyone who's talking that way, it's a matter of time, because the latest variant is pretty bad. And I believe the researchers who are saying this thing is very infectious. So I hope they enjoy their few days in the sun. This is going to backfire. And for Fox News and all those entities who are lying to people, yeah, it's a matter of time. And yes, Trump and his family, yeah, more dirt. And it's going to be pretty juicy too. I don't want to rush the days, but I can't wait to see for that book to come out. I believe it's coming out October 6th. So it's going to be interesting to see. Okay, 1 second. Let me add one more. Oh, you know what? I wanted to. Oh my God, you guys. Sean Spicer and 11 people from Naval Academy Board were fired. And they said they're going to sue Biden. Oh boy, that's going to be interesting. I'm not a lawyer, but after they said that, I didn't feel they were going to win, but I did some research on, people who are familiar with the law. They don't stand a chance. And also, one thing I was reading about a lady, she was in the military. I feel she's making a grave mistake. Of course, those are Trumpists as well. That's why she got the position. Otherwise, Trump would never put her in that position. And she's angry. She thinks she's going around letting people know. I didn't watch her full video, but she's saying that, she was appointed for 3 years. She should be allowed to serve for those 3 years. I feel that's a big mistake. People like that, I didn't even know about her. She could have, now she is. Thank you very much, Kath, for your generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. Kath said, love to you and your family. Thank you very much, Kath. Love to you as well. Thank you for your support. But yes, I feel she made a big mistake. Kellyanne Conway is pretty angry. Yeah. You know something? Now, a lot of things that she used to say or tweets, things she used to tweet are coming back to bite. So, yeah, and they're going to go. They have no choice. There's nothing they can do about it. If they go to court, they're going to lose. And to believe that's what I feel like saying, and what the lawyers are saying, I feel are correct. And the other thing I wanted to mention is, I'm going to make this quick, is I've said before, the way Xi is governing China, he's heading in the wrong direction. And they will not be able to attain their goal, whatever it is, rule the world. That's never going to happen. And I don't know how. The reason why I'm bringing it, basically, I want to say, his approach, instead of motivating people to do great things, you give people incentive. What he's doing, he's disincentivizing oh my God, I can't pronounce it, but you guys know what I mean. Disincentivizing people from being successful. From what I understand, this morning I heard, and I was watching Bloomberg, and he called all the tech people who create games, and they lecture them about being successful, or thinking mostly about finance. Whatever, makes you feel good, as long as you are successful, that's what's important. And to me, that's what I felt. This is not good. And also people, since and those that's what Trump wants for wanted for this country, by the way. People in this country and those countries are used to the top down thing. She knows best. I don't feel. Yeah, people, Chinese would probably take it for another 10, 20 years, but it's going to explode under his seat. I don't feel he's going to live that long, but if he thinks that people are just going to walk away, no. They're going to revolt at some point. Exactly when, I'm not sure, but since this is on video, there is potential for another Tiananmen Square, and this time things are different. His form of government won't survive. I know right now they are trying to. China and Russia are involved in major propaganda, they're taking advantage basically of the divisions in this country, and Trump is right there throwing gasoline on it to create chaos. I feel they will fail. The minority with big mouth and those 1% who are supporting them are being put out in the news for people to know who they are. And I feel like saying most Americans prefer democracy over communism. I don't see how they're going to win this contest. Yes, they can create chaos for a little while, but my prediction is they will lose. So, and Trump along with them. That's my prediction. Okay, now I will answer some questions. Sorry. All right, I'm reading at Michael. Is it Michael Grant? No, Ian McGrath. He said, "Luckily, Elder is a train wreck banging into another train wreck before they go off a cliff." A cliff. Oh boy. Let's see. I'm scrolling up. Oh, somebody asked me a question, or a couple of people. Let me see. Somebody is asked me, do I feel Steve Bannon inflicting if Steve Bannon is going to be able to inflict more damages on our democracy before he's done? Unfortunately, you know what? Yes, and I should have included Bannon's name in what I just said about China and Russia trying to create chaos in this country, because Steve Bannon, he's so stupid. Steve Bannon, okay, he looks like he drinks, he has an alcohol problem. He's a pathological liar and a chief, just like Trump, okay? Trump had to pardon him. The thing is, people like him and the 3%ers, the Proud Boys, they think they stand a chance in changing the course of democracy. Yes, they can create my prediction is, and intuitively I feel, yes, they are going to be able to continue to create chaos for a little while. But it's all going to backfire. And yes, there are going to be major repercussions for their behavior and those behind the scenes that they are cooperating with and those who are paying them. By the way, in Italy, he had some kind of school or training, something. He got booted last week, I believe. I forgot to mention it. Okay, because there is so much among other things that I have to do, so I can't keep everything on my head. But to answer that question, they will fail. They're not going to win. Absolutely not. Yes, we are going through a very challenging period. But those people, no. They're going to go by the wayside and look like a bunch of traitors at some point. And they will be treated as such and shunned by everybody. Yeah, except for those who were helping them create chaos and causing the death of so many people. this will backfire. It's not gonna last. Okay. Pamela Bodley is asking what will be the result of Biden DOJ lawsuit against Texas. I feel like saying they already know. Suing Texas, they will win. So, and even Abbott knows his standing is at best, he can even defend basically he defend what he has been doing by lying. Like yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? He said they're going to be able to catch all the rapists, to prevent women from getting pregnant, if I'm explaining this correctly. Just like Trump, they all lie and they think they're going to get away, but continue to lie to people. That's not gonna work. So I feel like saying the Biden administration will win. And I've said this before, those things are not going to stand. I may not specifically said, because I did not know how Biden and DOJ and however this works, they were going to go against Abbott. But yes, it annoyed me, got me angry. They're doing stupid things and putting people's lives at risk and trying to control women. But I never felt it was going to work. So don't worry about it. That's my attitude, so that my blood pressure doesn't go up. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for one more question. Let's see. Uh, 15th Fret says, "Hi Milu, do you think that President Biden will focus on beefing up the Supreme Court? He needs to do this before it's too late." I would be surprised if he changes it. Yes, it's there are people in the White House who are advocating for it, but I don't see him acting on it. And if he's going to act on it, it's not going to be now. So, because I don't see him taking action. But yes, there are people who are trying, who are saying to him, maybe we should do that. And something? I'm glad you asked that question to remind me. Even among the conservatives and the court, they feel they are no longer respected. They feel they are being viewed as inferior to previous Supreme Courts. And also, a few of them feel Americans feel like they are a bunch of charlatans. They don't deserve to be where they are. The feeling among the conservatives on the court is not good. Okay? So, and yes, they are, but I've said this a long time ago, they are paying attention to how people react. And those people, they're not like Trump. Yes, they are conservatives and they can be jerks. Some of them, like Thomas and a couple of other ones you guys know, since I'm Thomas, I'm more familiar with him than the others. Thank you very much, Giovanna Vanel, for your generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. I feel like saying they know, like Kavanaugh. He keeps looking over his shoulders. This guy is not comfortable. He's wondering, he's praying every day that somebody doesn't drop a dime on him. he's not comfortable. And the others, they don't feel, unlike Trump, they have a sense of shame. They're not like these, the other Republicans, because they want people to, look up to them and blah, blah, blah. They don't feel like they are being viewed like RBG. They would like to be, she's an icon. They're not viewed that way. Believe it or not, you guys, it bothers some of them. The conservatives, that is, okay? They don't understand why they're not viewed like her. Or they would like to be like her. Yeah. So it bothers them. They're not like Trump. And some of the Republicans like McCarthy, they have no shame. So, because, they want to be prestigious people. That's why they fought so hard to be where they are. They got there the wrong way, using the wrong vehicles. The type of organizations I've mentioned here before. But now, some of them are not very comfortable with what's going on and how they are viewed. That's my intuitive view. That's what I feel like saying. Okay, friends, thank you very much for your support and for spending time with me today. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmiru.com, or you can send me an email. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe and also tap on the bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. Thank you, chat managers. Again, everyone, thank you. I will see you tomorrow, same time. Bye.